Yeah. These are cryptomerias from Japan. And of course, they grow rather large. To where we done got a category just for the suiseki, they call them. They make these ornate stands for them.
Michael James.
Michael James.
Excuse me.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Your name one more time?
Michael.
James. Michael James. Yeah, Japanese black pine, Chinese elm, root over rock.
There's a lot of pretty trees and Chinese.
But this was quite the garden even back when it first started, and they've changed it quite a bit. Look at the big hinoki cypress there. All these Japanese black pines, they trained them where they are up in this area. But the black pines are doing really well. It's like a camellia. Oh, and look at this camellia, the buds on that thing. They have a whole section here at the National Arboretum on just camellias, and I see they've integrated a bunch of them in here. Japanese lace leaf maple. Oh, they actually put a cryptomeria behind there. They won't be moving that. They'll winterize it right here. This particular tree was at Hiroshima when the bomb dropped. It was 2 miles away behind a concrete wall, and then the family gave the tree to the National Arboretum, and they didn't know the whole story until a group actually of the family came over and talked about it. There's one there. Right here. Ezo spruce. Did I guess right? I guess right. Now, as you can see, they're moving trees over to the Chinese pavilion to winterize them here. It's in the 50-degree mark around here right now. But we got another Japanese hemlock. That's a red Ezo spruce. The Imperial household actually donated this tree to that group of 53 trees back in 1976.
This here from Karen Harkaway.
Yeah. Blue Atlas Cedar. John Naka. Pitch Pine. Training.
So it's older than these dates.
Oh yeah. As we visit this selection of tropical trees, and quite a few of them, probably from Florida and tropical areas where we grow bougainvilleas and ficuses and buttonwoods and scheffleras, that the noise in the background is from the fans in the greenhouse. I just wanted you to hear the effect of them so that you might realize that for you to maintain a greenhouse type plant up in the colder regions, you actually do need a greenhouse, and they need to be heated and ventilated. So it's there for your learning, and I hope you enjoy this. If you want to see better pictures of the tropicals, look at the 1-minute film that I did on this visit to the National Arboretum, and the majority of the trees are the tropical group, which is not a lot of them. Well, before we go into the Chinese pavilion to see all they winterize, I wanted you guys to see this Chinese elm forest. Comes into play, you'll see later. Chinese pavilion. Big windswept Chinese elm. Trident maple. Chinese elm. Privet. Chinese elm with deadwood. Wow. Ginkgo. This is what I was talking to Eric about earlier. Another Trident maple. Chinese elm on a slab. Looks like one of my slabs, no less. And you got these Formina junipers on a slab. And then you got this spruce, a very odd looking container. Lots of Chinese elms. Japanese black pine. This looks like a quince. Rather big tree. Back in for the Chinese elm. Root over rock. Divider. Time Japanese maple. So, cork bark Japanese black pine. Big Zelkova. It's a type of elm tree. Got a beech forest. Japanese white pine, and another Trident maple, Chinese style. This Trident maple forest, very interesting. Another Japanese black pine. Here we have white pine with beech, blue atlas cedar, got a huge juniper, another Chinese elm and a white marble pot, another Japanese black pine, and the big, huge Trident maple that's been here since '76, and the Chinese Suiseki. Another big forest. See what these trees consist of. Chinese quince. Milky cypress. We have another slab planting. Trident maple. Another slab planting of Chinese juniper. Another Trident maple. And we have California juniper. Western hemlock. Trident maple root over rock. Another Sargent's juniper. Got a red Ezo spruce. And I guess everybody can recognize Goshen. Let me back up a little bit. It's over here in the winterized area. They don't want to take any chances with it. Showing its fall colors. Japanese red maple showing its fall colors. Another Trident maple, root over rock. Crabapple. To get the full effect. Got another Trident maple. This is what they call the exposed root style. And got a Japanese maple forest. And this looks like bald cypress. Wow, that's a huge one. And over here we got another slab planting of, you guessed it, Chinese elms. Chinese elms. Another root over rock, Trident maple, Japanese black pine, cork bark, and we got a needle juniper here. Another Chinese elm, another Chinese elm, and one last forest of Chinese elms.
So I have a Japanese your video. So.
There's a Japanese maple there, that big red one. This part,
Would holler at girls across the street.
we had this part paved when we look at all the Trident maples there.
It does seem like, isn't it? It looks like.
Yeah, that's a crepe myrtle. Azalea. And these were tiny little sticks when I put them in here. Really small. And you got to get up in here to actually come through the Torii gate. As we leave the Torii gate, we head up to the front of the cemetery where my daughter is interred here in this tomb. Across the way is the building I worked at for many years and the mausoleum that got built during the time I was there. And we used a backhoe like this one to dig graves. This was the last angel to get erected. We call it the fifth angel. Here the boys are going for a walk. Well,
Sometimes you just don't want to talk about what you do. Just draws more questions.
this is where Bonsai by the Samurai started.
Start wandering.
So the gates are locked now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How awesome
Well, they've let the Leland cypresses go nuts. And all we can do is walk away, think about the National Arboretum, and look at this beautiful bonsai that's been donated to the National Collection at the Washington, D.C. Bonsai Museum. Here we are entering the Chinese pavilion that they have put trees in to winterize them, and some of them are scattered out and some of them are cramped up, but they're getting all of them lined up, and they still look pretty good. They're a little crowded compared to what they have been. There's Goshen. And we leave you here with the front entrance to the Bonsai Museum and that Japanese black pine. Have a great day.